Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy that you're here. So nice to see you this Saturday morning. Um, I have to admit, I'm kind of excited to be back here in my home teaching a class. So thank you for so much for joining me. So in my house, I will be using 2 blocks and a blanket. Our posture today is reverse dancers. So if that's something that you need maybe a little bit more assistance with, meaning a strap or maybe like a scarf or something that you can wrap around your foot, just know that you can grab those items now. And then if you do want music, I prefer to practice in silence, but I know a lot of people like music. Go ahead and turn on your favorite playlist and meet me back here on your mat. We will begin face down. So belly down Shavasana. So you can go ahead and stack your hands. Take the feet nice and wide, press them down to the tops of the mat, and then rest your head gently on the back of your hands. And then soften the eyes to close. And just rest here for a minute. We start the transition of moving into the body, letting go of everything that happened already this morning. We start to make the time to be present right here and right now. Today, our focus is on Adhikara, which is one's own individual gifts, skills, or sensibility. What each human being can best offer to the world. I invite you to recognize your own Adhikara. That means it's seeing your own innate gifts. So much of our lives we focus on lack, what we don't have, or what it is that we think that we want. And we don't see what's already here. We don't see this beautiful journey of natural innate gifts that's been given to us. So for the next 60 minutes, I'd love for you to focus on what it is that you do have. What you have that you can then begin to give as part of your purpose, as part of your journey. And how you begin to own the greatness that you possess as a result of these gifts. Adhikara. Slowly begin to move the breath throughout the body. So instead of that shallow breath that we often find that we breathe, I want you to intentionally breathe here. So really expanding through the rib cage with your inhale. And then tone the low belly on the exhale. So feel the breath move through every space of the body. And as you start to move the breath, begin to discover any places of tension or stress or anxiety that you might have been holding on to subconsciously. And then consciously release the tension. Take the time to momentarily soften the jaw and the muscles around the eyes. These two key spaces allow the rest of the body to find more ease. And then let's unite the big breath together. So let everything go. From the root of the spine, breathe in, fill up the belly, the lungs, the upper chest, the upper back. Hold it for just a moment. And then open, audible exhale, let it go. Twice more like that, friend. So big breath in, filling up the whole torso, even taking the breath to the toes and the fingertips. Brief hold at the top. And then big open mouth exhale as you let everything go. Last one. And as you hold it in, take one more sip of air. And then very slowly this time, let it all the way out. This time you're going to hold it out. So feel the core engaged for 4, 3, 2, 1. Seal the lips and then slowly breathe in through the nose as you coat the back of the throat. Breathing out through the nose, the Ujjayi pranayama. So you hear the constriction, the oceanic sound. Allow this breath to guide you for the next 60 minutes. It keeps us present, connected. It is very important that we make a verbal contract here that you will listen to your bodies and take what it is that you need. I might cue certain postures, but if it's not feeling good for you today, don't take it. Listen to what your body says to you. Slowly lift up the head, and we're going to move into crocodile pose. So a couple different variations. I'm going to show you the variation 1 first, and then we'll move into more an advanced. I know it's early on in class, so again, listen to your body. Take your left arm straight out, your palm is face down. Make this in line with your shoulder. Take your legs together and then slowly roll over to the left. So you are stacking your hips. This is level 1. You can take your arm all the way overhead so you get a nice long stretch to the right side body, and then you're opening the left shoulder. So feel free to stay, feel free to breathe. If you'd like a little bit more and you feel like your body might be open and ready, bend your left knee and then pull it parallel to the mat, so up to the center. And then you're going to take a figure 4 stance with your legs. So then you're going to bend your right knee and place the sole of your right foot in front of your left thigh. I will turn around so that you can see my legs in just 2 seconds. So more advanced version will look like this. The knee comes up and bent, so figure 4 with the legs. So you're getting the inner thigh and the shoulder stretch, actually both shoulders as you press your palm into your thigh. And then be mindful that you're not taking your chin down towards your chest, you're instead lifting up through the crown of the head. Soften the eyes to close and take some time here to just breathe really deep and strong like we already have. So much tension we hold in the shoulders. So it takes a little time to release that tension and to open up the muscles. So stay with it. Again, if the figure 4 variation with the legs ends up being too much, just know that you can always extend the legs long and reach the right arm forward. This is your practice. And then as we are here breathing with our eyes closed, come back to those innate gifts, the Adhikara that surfaced in the mind at the start of class. Our intentions are so powerful. Our thoughts create action. It's important that we replace any of the negative thought patterns with positive affirmations. So do that now. And then find 3 full rounds of breath. Your release will be letting go of the right hand first, and then extend both legs long. Roll back to the belly, stack the hands, rest the third eye there. And you can lift your heels and very gently and mindfully begin to windshield wiper the legs from left to right. And then we'll take the other side. So right arm extends straight out. Make sure your palm is in line with your shoulder. Pull your legs together and then roll gently over to the right. Now, it's really important that we are aware that this side might feel very different than the first side. So take it easy. Don't just rush right into the full posture. Feel first. If you'd like to stay in the extended version, feel free to do so, or find the figure 4 with the hips. So bending the right knee, pulling it up to center, and then placing the left foot in front of the right thigh. Extend through the crown of the head, soften the eyes to close, and breathe. Feeling the difference, letting go of judgment, just staying with awareness. Inviting in the synchronization of breath and body movement together as one. Most of our lives, we're moving and we're not syncing our breath with our movements. Here in yoga, it allows us to do this so that it can become more habit as we leave our mats. And then find 3 full rounds of breath, slow, steady, and smooth. Amazing. Release the hand first. Take the legs long and roll back to the belly. Take your arms behind you and interlace your fingers. So we'll move into locust pose. Drop the tops of the feet nice and wide to the edges of the mat. And then engage the glutes, press the pubic bone down. As you inhale, pull your fists down the booty as you lift the heart. Notice if you're pulling up the head and crunching in the cervical spine. Instead, create more length. The gaze stays down. Take a full breath in. Feel the belly expand and the heart lift a little higher. And then exhale, slowly release. Plant your palms and press yourself back to child's pose. So hips move to heels, knees are wide, third eye rests. Now here's your opportunity to let the belly without being on the mat fully expand between the thighs. And then as you inhale, press yourself up to tabletop. Find neutral tabletop. So you're stacking your shoulders over your palms, your hips in line with your knees. And then tone the belly, pull it up and in. Notice how now your spine gets a little bit longer. From there, from the engaged core, inhale, cow pose. So keep the core engaged, but drop the core and lift the tailbone. Then exhale to cat. So you're exaggerating your movements here. You're pressing the mat away, rounding the upper spine, gazing to the navel. Twice more. Breath in and breath out. So feel the linking of the breath and the movement. Let the breath guide the movement. Meaning maybe you have to slow everything down. So good. And then pause in your neutral tabletop. Feel the core stay strong. Then we're setting up for bird dog. So reach your right arm forward, thumb face up, and then send your left leg long. Now activate your left toes. So whether that's pointing or flexing, it's fine either way. Just keep engagement and feel the whole back body rise. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, make it into fire hydrant. So your knee's gonna go wide, your elbow's gonna go wide. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow through center. I'll turn forward if that was a confusing movement. So inhale, extend, and then exhale all the way out to the side. Yeah, using the core, using the obliques. Inhale, reach. And then exhale through midline, knee to elbow, gaze to the navel. We'll do one more set. So inhale, full extension. Exhale out to the side. Inhale, reach nice and long. Then exhale all the way through center. This time I want you to hold for just 2 seconds. Yeah, tug in that last little bit. Inhale, reach, pause, bend your left knee, and then take your right hand around and grab for the foot, the Shavasana grip. So we'll move into reverse dancer today. So essentially right here, you're doing reverse dancer on your knees. Notice if you're tweaking the torso, I want you to square the torso down toward the mat and use the strength of your left toes to pull your heart forward and gaze up. Yeah, just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. So good. Slowly release. No catapults, just full extension. And then neutral tabletop back to center. Just wag the booty. Moving on to the other side. So set yourself up in your neutral tabletop so that you're nice and balanced. Extend the left arm forward, thumb face up, and take the right leg back nice and long. Engage the right foot so that you feel the thigh fire up. Take a full breath. Exhale, fire hydrant. Move your elbow and knee out to the side using the core. Yep. Feels awkward. Inhale, extend nice and long. Exhale through midline, knee to elbow. Take the gaze to the navel, press the mat away. 2 more sets, just like that. Breath in, extend. Breath out, out to the side. Amazing. Inhale, extend. Exhale through midline. 1 more set, friends. Breath in. Out to the side. Inhale. Exhale through center. Pull in, just 2 more last tugs. Use the core. And then inhale, full extension, pause. Bend your right knee and then grab for your foot, the Shavasana grip. Square the torso and hips. Use the strength of the right toes to pull the heart forward. And gazing just in front of you and breathe. And as you release gently, full extension first. Neutral tabletop. Walk your hands forward, spread your fingertips really wide, and then curl your toes under, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a moment just to pedal through your feet, bending your knees. Believe it or not, downward facing dog is a resting posture, so get more comfortable here. And then find the legs nice and straight as you drop your heels closer to the earth. Feel the stretch to the back of the legs. And now bend your knees just a bit, lift your heels, and press into the heels of the hands as you draw your tailbone towards the wall behind you. Yeah, feel the side bodies lengthen. And then notice if you're gazing and crunching the front of the neck, I want you to just take the ears in line with the biceps. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And then take the gaze forward and slowly walk to the top of the mat. We'll move into ragdoll with chest expansion, but before we touch the hands, I want you just to leave the palms down for a second. Make sure the feet are beneath the hips or maybe slightly wider, depending on what you prefer. And with the palms touching the earth, drop the crown of the head and shift your weight towards your toe mount. So you feel your heels just gently lift a bit. Take a full breath in, feel the back of the heart rise. And as you exhale, fold deeper. Now release the hands from the earth and clasp them together at the low back. Maybe an opposite grip this time. We're going to do this a few times throughout class, so just know that you can switch your grip. And if this feels good, you can leave them resting on the low back. If you find that you want more shoulder opening this early in class, you can lift up the fists. Just keep the palms together and drop the head. Now 2 full breaths here. Try to move into the Samavritti breathing, which is the equal pattern breath, the same length on the inhale, the same length on the exhale. And then release the grip, palms back down. Before you rise, I want you just to shake your head yes and no, releasing any extra tension that you might be holding in the sides of the neck or the shoulders. And then walk the feet a little closer if you have them further apart. You want a nice firm foundation, so make sure they're beneath the hip bones. And then from the engagement of your core, inhale slowly, very slowly, you'll rise all the way up through Tadasana. Reach the fingertips toward the sky. Give yourself time to acclimate to the vertical stance. We were down in a forward fold for a while. And then we're building from the ground up. So press down through the soles of your feet. Activate your legs. Squeeze your glutes and press your pubic bone forward. This takes the core in and then soften the shoulders away from the ears. Make sure your palms are facing each other. And then now lengthen up through the crown of the head, just like that. Take a full breath. Exhale into a vertical twist to the right. So leave the feet, leave the legs, and open up through the whole torso as you extend from fingertip to fingertip. Notice if the shoulders are rising up towards the ears, just let them fall down. Inhale, Tadasana all the way, rise. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Open up, nice and wide. Yep, just like that. Beautiful. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, back bend. Pull your elbows down, reach your thumbs toward the back wall, and then lift the heart, lift the gaze. Now, this is the opposite of forward fold, so I want you to take your weight now towards your heels, and perhaps you lift your toes. Yeah. And then pull in the low ribs towards midline. Inhale, lengthen, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, palms move through your heart space. Inhale to a halfway lift. Place your palms to your thighs, reach the crown of your head forward. And then tone the low belly. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms and step back. Now we're gonna hold high plank for 10 seconds. So our first time here, make sure your palms are beneath your shoulders and then fire up the heels, fire up the quadriceps, pull in your low belly and take your sternum bone forward. Your gaze is gonna be above your mat. Yes, press the mat away. You're using every muscle in your body here, so get really strong. Last 6. Lowering all the way to the mat in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feel free to drop to your knees first if you want, or you can simply lower slowly all the way to the mat. Setting up for Cobra Pose Bhujangasana. Palms beneath the shoulders, tops of your feet wide, pressing into the mat. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, peel the heart up and away. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, release. Twice more will flow, Cobra Pose. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, let go. So feel the ride of the wave of the breath. So inhale, lift. And exhale, release. So we'll flow that just one time, breath to movement. Curl the toes under. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then gaze forward. Forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Create this fluid movement, your little dance. Inhale, rise up Tadasana, all the way, reach. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, back bend, pull the elbows down, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Now you've got options here, options for Chaturanga Dandasana or options for Cobra or options simply to hold high plank and meet me in downward facing dog. So take any connecting vinyasa that's calling to you this morning. Just making sure that it's super intentional. Meet me in downward facing dog. Again, this is our resting posture, so find your deep breath. Let your body settle in. Soft bend to the knees. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Be careful not to overly open the hips. So level off the hips and engage the foot. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Now this is where, if you have sensitive knees like I do, go ahead and grab your blanket and place it at the center of your mat. And then drop your left knee down Feel free to keep your left toes curled under or flat. You decide. Inhale, crescent moon, arms rise and torso lifts. So you want to make sure that your front knee is stacked above your ankle so that your foot's not close and the knee's over the ankle. That's actually damaging to the knee. So make sure that your stance is proper enough that your knee then stays in line with your ankle. Lift the arms high and then deepen in. Feel the beautiful stretch here through the psoas on the left side. And then press into the right foot, scissor back. Just do this a couple more times organically on your own. So you're just finding some fluidity here through your hips. And then settle in where you have the inner thigh engagement, and from there, lift and reach up through the side bodies. Take the gaze high. Full big breath in. Exhale, low lunge twist. So big movement, left hand down, left knee rises, right arm high. Feel free to spider tip your left fingertips. This helps you stay strong in the core and the back leg, and you're not dumping into your left hand. Pull your right hip crease back and reach up through the right fingertips. Yes. More space to the sides of the neck, so get long through the torso. Breathe. I know you're working hard. Take a full inhale. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. So you're rotating over your left shoulder. Toes are slightly in. Drop the head. Any arm variation that you want, we'll be doing this posture a few times right here. So just take what you need and know that you can always mix it up. Hands beneath the shoulders. Inhale halfway. Just lengthen through the torso. I see you all. So happy that you're here. Exhale, low lunge to the back. We'll take the same side. So drop the right knee down. You decide what you want to do with your right toes. Just make sure that your left foot is forward enough that you are supporting your knee by stacking it over your ankle. Inhale, crescent moon, arms rise. Yep. And then you'll play with that same movement as you open up through the psoas and you're shifting back and forth. And then settle in. Feel the glutes engaged. Feel the hips draw in through midline. And now lift your torso away from your hips as you take the gaze and the arms really high. Again, the biceps stay in line with the ears. Take a full breath in. Exhale, low lunge twist. Right hand down. Remember, spider tipped. Lift the right leg and extend the left arm high. Your right leg is really strong. This gives you more length through your torso so that you can rotate the gaze. Breathe. Take a full breath in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita over your right shoulder. Drop the head. It's okay to have the knees softly bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Step forward, chair pose. Feet move together, arms rise up. Drop your booty. Now, if you'd like to place a block between your inner thighs to make sure that you keep that engagement, feel free to do so. Otherwise, energetically, you can do that. You can feel your weight move to center and take your heels and press them into the mat. Now, pull your hips behind you, so that same chest expansion. Draw your arms down your booty and lift your heart. Now, send the tailbone even further down because you can, right? Tone the belly. Breathe in. As you exhale, just hinge at the hips, drop the torso, and then lift the hips up and lift the fist. Release the hands. Inhale halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. And we're going to flow that series out, breath to movement. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms rise, lift up. Just settle right in right away. And exhale, low lunge twist, right hand down, right knee rises, Left arm high. Exhale, Prasarita over the right shoulder. Drop the head. A little fancy footwork with the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the back. Left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. And exhale, low lunge twist. Left hand down, left knee rises, right arm reaches nice and high. Lessen the weight on your left hand. Exhale, Prasarita over the left shoulder. Drop the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. And then step forward, chair pose. Right away, chest expansion. Drop the booty. Pull your fists down, lift your heart forward. And then slowly hinge at the hips. Torso folds over the thighs. Then you'll lift the hips and lift the thumbs and the fists. Yes, drop the head. Palms to the earth. Inhale halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or your connecting flow. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Give yourself 3 breaths here to reset. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Now place your palms on the mat. I want you to shift your weight towards your right foot, gently lift your left leg, so it's almost like a half splits, but not quite, and then place your left foot down to a warrior 1 stance. So in warrior 1, your back foot's a little closer than low lunge, and then inhale, rise up, warrior 1. So you've got a 45-degree angle in your back foot. Space between your feet so that your hips can now square forward. Actively root your left heel into the mat. Now find the lunge in your front knee and lift and reach up through your hands. Soften the shoulders. And take a big breath in. As you exhale, move into crouching cat. So you're going to use your core strength. Pull your left knee forward, bend your elbows, activate your toes and your fingertips, and then power down through your standing leg. Kind of an awkward movement, but you really want to strengthen your core here. And then inhale, warrior 1, you'll move yourself back. Just use the muscle memory. Yeah, press the back foot down. Full breath in. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Expand through the arms. So a lot of twisting we've already done. Here though, with the split leg, press to the feet and feel the torso move. So we're actually moving and twisting through the thoracic spine. Right hand moves to the low back. Inhale, exalted warrior. Left arm reaches and the gaze follows. Stay with the depth of the lunge. Take a big breath in. Exhale, humble warrior. So you're going to hinge at your hips again, reach forward, down, and around. Chest expansion. Right shoulder rests on the knee. Drop the head. Chin moves towards your chest. Now your back heel is your anchor, so keep it rooted. And notice if your hips are moving out to the right, pull it back and in. Release the hands. Big movement. Inhale, star pose, up and around. Yeah, just like that. Toes are out, heels are in. This is your power stance. This is where you really start to embrace and embody everything that innately is your gifts and your power. So feel it here. Close the eyes. Honor yourself. Take a full breath. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back. First time in warrior 2. So a little bit longer stance than warrior 1. Make sure your front heel matches the inner arch of your back foot. Nice and wide through the legs, so they're underneath the wrist creases, and then reach through your fingertips. Yeah, another power stance. Tone your belly. Inhale, reverse your warrior. So stay with your foundation. You're just opening up the left side body. Notice if you're dropping your right ear towards your shoulder, instead lengthen through the crown of the head. Take a full breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or your connecting vinyasa. Take what you need. Now we're working in a mandala, so we'll do the same side. We're flowing this out, breath to movement. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Again, inhale, warrior one. So you want to lift your back foot up and then place it back down. Exhale, crouching cat. Slow movements, use the core. Just focus on the balance. Inhale, warrior one. Land softly. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Right hand to your low back. Inhale, exalted warrior. Gaze high. Reach toward the sky. Exhale, humble. Bow down. Surrender to all that you are. Inhale, star pose. Rise up. Reach. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. You choose. Downward facing dog. Two big breaths. I promise a child's pose after we move through the next side. But again, if you need child's pose now, feel free to take it and join us when you're ready. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Pressing down through your finger pads, lift your right leg high, set it back down. Inhale, warrior one. Take just as much time on this side to set yourself up. Focusing on making your right heel your anchor so that you can lunge deeper into your front knee. And oftentimes we do these postures and don't look at our stance. So know that if you need to adjust it, make the adjustments. Just because you've landed, you don't have to stay. And then lengthen up through the arms, lift the heart. Take a full breath in. So slowly transition, exhale, crouching cat. Use your core, activate the feet and the hands, pull your knee forward and draw your elbows back. Trust your balance. Inhale, warrior one, all the way back. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Stay with the lunge, stay rooted through the feet, left hand to your low back, palm face out. Inhale, exalted warrior. Let the gaze follow the fingertips. Shoulders away from the ears. Take a big breath in. Exhale, humble, hinge at your hips, reach forward, down, and around. Opposite chest expansion here, opposite grip rather for the chest expansion. Left shoulder on the knee, chin to chest. Feel free to lift the fists if that calls to you. Breathe. Then release the hands. Inhale, star pose, up and around. Hold for just a minute. Feel the inner thighs draw to midline. Feel every muscle in the body activate, letting you feel lighter, stronger, freer here. Full breath in. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Long stance. Gaze at your feet. And then reach through the fingertips. Settling in. Feeling the breath move fully through the body. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Opening up the right side. Feel the length through the neck. Take a full inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana your way. Downward facing dog. We'll flow this time. Same side, breath to movement. Inhale, the left leg rises. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. So lift the back foot up, place it back down. Exhale, crouching cat. Intentional, slow, active movements. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Inhale, exalted warrior, left hand to the low back. Right arm rises. Exhale, humble, bow forward. Let it all go. All those negative thought patterns and beliefs that move around in the mind. Inhale, star pose, up and around. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Once you've moved through your vinyasa, friends, just take yourself into child's pose. Knees are nice and wide. Third eye rests down on the mat. So as a result from recognizing your own Adhikara, your own individual gifts and skills, right? It's letting that knowledge and that power guide you into the world. So once you recognize the power and the gifts that you have, you can't help but not share them with others. You can't help but not recognize others' gifts as well. It's this unification, this connectedness, that when we tap into it, we see it in each and every person around us. When we find a comfort with who we really are and feel confident about what we have to offer, we are then better able to see those qualities in others, the greatness in others. Adhikara, embrace your greatness. Full breath in. Ease with the exhale. And take yourself back to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, rather runner's lunge. So take the foot a little wider out to the side. So runner's lunge can be active, or you can drop your back knee down. We're going to take about 5 breaths here. So you decide where you want to go today. If you have props to support your forearms or your elbows, feel free to use those. Once you've set yourself up, again, 5 breaths, I'd invite you to close your eyes and really start to feel the space that your hips hold for you. Let the jaw soften. Let the toes and the fingertips release. We'll move into the quad stretch together, so just be here in this moment. Moving into the quad stretch. Take your left hand down outside of the mat. I like to place mine on a block. And you're going to bend your left knee. Send your hips back. This is going to help you grab the right hand to the left foot. Once you have the connection, you can shift your hips forward. Then you're going to bend your elbows and twist through the thoracic spine. So we've done lots of twisting here. Just use that muscle memory already. And then shoulders away from the ears as you rotate the gaze. Breathe. We want the inner thighs to stay engaged so that we're not dumping fully. We want some engagement and some softness. And then slowly release, no catapults. Make your way into low lunge. Then inhale, warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. So step forward, drop your booty, and send your arms back. Yeah, just like that. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg high. Exhale, Garudasana, eagle pose. So left leg up and over the right. I prefer a kickstand, meaning that my left toe mound stays rooted on the mat. Left arm underneath your right. You can have the shoulder wrap or palms together. Booty heavy, elbows lift, shoulder blades draw back. Now tone the belly and find a drishti, which is an unmoving point in the room. Steady your breath. Now press through your right heel. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, so unwind. Now keep your left hand high and take your right arm along your side bodies. Send your left heel back. You're going to find that same connection, right hand to left foot for your reverse dancer. Pull your thighs together. This is reverse dancer right here. You don't have to do anything else. If you'd like a little bit more, engage your left toes, power through your standing leg. Now reach your heart forward and lift your left toes toward the wall behind you. Shoulder blades move together along the back of the heart. Breathe. More weight towards your right heel. Amazing. Slowly release. Inhale, warrior three. So all the way forward, all the way back. Strengthen the back body. Exhale, forward fold. Let it all go. 2 big breaths right here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or simply step back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Outside of your left hand. Once again, this side is very different than the first side, so maybe it needs something different. Are you listening? Are you listening to what the body is telling you, or are you simply moving because you think that you can? Take the time to really hear. 5 breaths wherever you've landed. Soften the eyes to close. Soften the muscles in the face. Taking the quad stretch together. Right hand down off of your mat, maybe on a block. Bend your right knee. Send your hips back. This allows you to take the left hand to the right foot and find that deep connection. Once you have the connection, shift forward. Now bend the elbows and find the rotation through the heart and the gaze. Breathe. Slowly you'll release. Low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chair, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg lifts up. Exhale, eagle pose, Garudasana. Right arm underneath your left, either the shoulder wrap or the palms connect. Now send the booty down, squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the forearms, lift the elbows up, and then take the shoulder blades back. So we're rinsing, we're detoxifying all the vital organs of the body, and we feel the benefits when we release the practice. Just breathe, trust, feel. Press heavy through the left heel. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Right arm stays, left hand down. Send your right heel back and grab for your foot. Pull your thighs together. Feel free to stay right here, or activate your right toes and extend your leg back as you reach your heart forward. Breathe. Again, take the low ribs and pull them into midline. Notice the strength of the core and the power that it has in holding you steady here. So good. Slowly you'll release. Inhale, warrior three, full extension. And exhale, forward fold. Let go. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl, tiny ball. Chin to chest. Open the back of the heart, spider tip the fingertips. And then drop down to the booty. Take your legs forward for Paschimottanasana. You guys rocked it today. Remove the extra flesh from beneath your sit bones. I personally like a block beneath my knees rather. We're gonna hold this one for about a minute. So if you'd like another block between your calves to support your third eye, take what you need and set yourself up so that you can hold the posture for a minute. Fingertips root, inhale, lengthen up. And then slowly crawl the nice long spine forward as you hinge at your hips. Let your head release the very last. So you don't need to hold on to the feet. You don't need to hold on to anything. This is more surrender here. And then drop the third eye down wherever it lands, to a block or your knees. And then your focus is not only on surrendering, but also just breathing very deeply. What would it look like that instead of focusing on what we don't have, on focusing what we do have, on honoring our gifts every day, on the awareness of sharing them with others, and tapping into the abundance, that unlimited potential that we have within each and every one of us. Scan the body and let go of any unconscious tension that you're still holding on to. Full breath in, and a slow, steady breath out. Root through your hands. Inhale, pull up through seated. Take your blocks with you, and then you're going to come onto the back. So blocks on either side of the body. Setting up for a bridge pose here. So take the soles of your feet hip width distance apart, close to your booty. Arms rest along your side bodies. Now press into the soles of your feet. Lift your hips. You've got some engagement through your glutes, but not a full engagement. And then clasp your palms together and walk your shoulder blades beneath the heart. So you're rooted through the shoulders, you're rooted through the back of the head. Now draw your inner thighs together. And as you lift your hips, you'll take your heart closer towards your chin. Breathe. Release the grip, release the hips. Find supine figure four, right ankle over left thigh. This is a great stretch just as it is, or you can lift your left thigh and interlace your hands beneath. Stay rooted through the back. Close the eyes. There's really nothing left to see or friends, and just slow the breath down. Release the grip. Take the left foot down. Then we'll move it into a supine figure four twist. This is what your blocks are doing. You can use your block to rest the outer left thigh and the right heel, and then goal post your arms. Option to turn your head towards the right and focus on the belly breathing. So the belly rises and falls. Right peace fingers to your right big toe. Take yourself into a half happy baby. This can look like whatever it feels like looking like. So just let it be intuitive. And then release the grip. Soles of your feet down. Take yourself into supine figure four on the opposite side. Left ankle over right thigh. Honoring the body, taking what you need. It might not look the same as the first side. Really press the whole back body into the mat. Releasing the grip, right foot down, move it into the supine figure four twist. Again, option to use the block to support the outer right thigh and left heel. Goal posting your arms. Rotate the gaze to the left. Awareness to the belly rising and falling. And then left peace fingers to your left big toe. Take it into half happy baby. And then as you feel ready, full happy baby. Pull your knees down, press your tailbone into the mat, and then lift your heels up. Three really big breaths. And you'll release the grip, pull the thighs over the belly. Give yourself a really big hug, chin to chest, third eye to knees. And then you release into final Shavasana. Legs go long, arms rest along your side bodies. Palms can face up to receive or down for grounding. You decide. Let the body be heavy, connected, and rooted. It's in these moments of stillness, friends, that we really start to recognize our true self, our true gifts, our offerings, and our connection to each and every person around us and the universe in providing us with all that we have. If we focus on lack, all we see is lack. If we focus on positive gifts, then that's what we'll see. So start to shift your focus. Start to honor the body and the self, seeing the beauty in all that you are. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, fully surrender. Let the breath be easy. Take the internal gaze to the third eye and allow it to rest here. Invite any colors or images that begin to manifest from your consciousness. And trust that I will call you out. Allow yourself to simply be. And slowly begin to awaken your bodies with breath. And just start to find small movements with the fingertips and the toes. Take the arms, reach them overhead. And one knee at a time, pull in. Roll yourself gently over to the right side for supported fetal position. Take a moment to rest and to feel and to accept the gift of starting over with new awareness, new purpose, new intention. And allow this intention to honor your gifts, your own Adhikara throughout the day. And when you find those negative thoughts begin to move in, replace them with positive ones. This is how it starts. The training of the mind to see the world a little differently. Press yourself down, lift yourself up to seated. Keeping your eyes closed, take your palms together at your heart space for Anjali Mudra, the symbol of gratitude. And let's end class today with one Om. Please sing with me. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, we prepare. Allow the vibrations to stay with you. Draw your thumbs to your third eye. Bowing forward, namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Such an honor to be back in my home teaching the online yoga when the weather isn't so great for us to be outside. So I hope to see you all again next week. Please reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, be well, friends. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny.
Bye, you two. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. It was wonderful. Just what we needed.
Awesome.
Bye.
I'm so glad to see you. It's Ella, right?
Yep.
Is it Ella? Do I have that right? Okay. I was going to shout out earlier and then I was like, crap. I